Almost 2 decades after Murphy Brown aired its last episode back in 1998, the award-winning series made a brief comeback in 2018, when CBS brought back the series for a brief 13-episode season before it was canceled in 2019. Sometimes audiences would rather see their cherished television shows from years past not be regurgitated into hack job reboots just for the sake of raking in a quick buck. Yep, we're looking at you, Fuller House. Other times, reboot series outshine expectations, such as the case with Hawaii Five-0 and Magnum P.I. Diane English and Candice Bergen's magnum opus with the eponymous journalist at the helm of a fictional news agency called FYI made waves when it first premiered years ago, and reboot aside, the legacy that Murphy Brown has left behind is worth taking a closer look at. This video will uncover some little-known facts about the groundbreaking series and what exactly was going on behind the scenes that made the show such a landmark achievement. We're guessing you had no idea Seinfeld's Kramer had anything to do with it. Stick around to find out what role he played in Murphy Brown's success. Heather Locklear was considered for the lead role. Diane English, while laying down the groundwork for her series, had in mind a more mature actress to take on the lead role. But when she pitched her idea to the network, who, mind you, was very interested in her concept, they were eager to find a younger actress to fill the part. Specifically, they had Heather Locklear in mind. English wasn't going to have her vision co-opted so easily, and she put her foot down. She demanded that Bergen be considered for the role, and the network reluctantly gave her an audition. Even still, they needed further convincing. But Bergen put her heart and soul into her subsequent screen tests and was eventually able to win over the network brass. Following the show's success, the president of CBS would actually take Bergen out to dinner in an attempt to apologize for their initial lack of faith. Dan Quayle sent Murphy's child a cute gift. Brown became a single mother during the show's 4th season. Dan Quayle, the current vice president, wasn't exactly thrilled about the move and called her life choice a mockery of the importance of father figures, and that having a child on her own was just another edgy lifestyle choice. Following a mountain of scrutiny for his comments, he retracted his stance and, in the spirit of good faith, sent little baby Brown a stuffed elephant plushie as a peace offering. Candice Bergen actually somewhat agreed with Quayle's unpopular opinion. Dan Quayle's stance was fiercely torn apart in the media. The feud between himself and Murphy Brown bitterly divided those who were connected to the project. Bergen came to Quayle's defense, however, by reiterating the importance of fathers and that they shouldn't be viewed as disposable. Then, Lisa Schifrin, Quayle's speechwriter, wrote she thought her boss should be applauded for his views and went as far as calling him a visionary. Bergen responded by saying her words in defense of him were somewhat taken out of context, and she had also stated he was arrogant and uninformed for the take he had on the subject, but that a bit of criticism had been selectively disregarded to make it seem like she was 100% on board with his comments, which she obviously was not. Haley Joel Osment played Murphy's child. Once little baby Murphy had grown up a bit, it became clear a new actor should be brought in to provide Bergen with a more suitable counterpart. Haley Joel Osment stepped in to play the role of little Avery in the series' final season. He was only 9 at the time, but had already proven his merit on the shows Thunder Alley and The Jeff Foxworthy Show. Bergen was blown away by his professionalism and how well prepared he seemed for the role. After winning 5 Emmys, Bergen turned down nominations. Candice Bergen earned the coveted awards in 1989, 90, 92, 94, and 95. She then began to feel like she had proven herself enough and didn't need to take in additional nominations. So when the Academy attempted to give her future nods, she humbly turned them down. Even still, she held the record for receiving the most Best Actress awards for a single role until 2016, when Julia Louis-Dreyfus tied her record for her work on the series Veep. The following year, she broke the record when she won her 6th Emmy for her role as Selina Meyer. Murphy had 93 secretaries in total. It seemed as if the position of secretary for Murphy was something like a revolving door of sorts, until Bette Midler landed the part in 1993. Michael Richards, aka Kramer from Seinfeld, was one such secretary in Season 3's episode The Keys. Other celebs that came in to help Murphy out included Paul Rubens, Sally Field, and Craig Bierko. If you're digging this video so far, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned to find out what Wonder Woman and Murphy Brown have in common. And no, it's not they're both empowered women. We'll get to that in a second. Diane English finally returned for the last season. Even though she parted ways with the show after season 4, English made a return to the series for the 10th season to make sure the show sounded off properly. She hadn't been thrilled with the direction of the show and how everything was playing out. She wanted to return to her roots, as it were, to help the show finish on a good note. The final season took on a very serious tone, as Murphy's battle with breast cancer became the primary story arc. English even guest starred in the final episode as a nurse who came bearing the great news that Murphy's cancer had gone into remission. If that's not a proper send-off, we don't know what is. Menopause instead of cancer was originally intended to be Murphy's final struggle. Bergen reports the network wasn't on board with the breast cancer plot at first. They suggested Murphy go through menopause instead. Bergen protested, however, saying that menopause wasn't something that was going to jeopardize Murphy's life, and thus it wouldn't have been a very emotionally pulling plot device. Network execs didn't put up much of a fight, and really it was Les Moonves who really saved the final season's heartstring-pulling subject material from the chopping block. The show helped women understand the value of having mammograms. In fact, you could even infer that Murphy Brown helped save lives. The number of American women who had mammograms done after watching the breast cancer-themed final season increased by a whopping 30%. A musical album based upon Murphy Brown was released. But unlike Bergen's parade of awards at the Emmys, the sounds of Murphy Brown didn't exactly strike a chord with many critics. Even so, fans were certainly excited to get their hands on the compilation album, which included Motown hits by legends like Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson, and Gladys Knight. Even Candice managed to record a few tracks for the album as well, although it's clear her musical stylings weren't exactly her forte. The series isn't available on DVD. One season was released, but after dismal sales, the plans to release the remaining 9 were canceled. The sounds of Murphy Brown may have played into this decision as well, as the compilation also suffered from poor record sales. But DVDs are a thing of the past anyway. If you want to watch Murphy Brown in its entirety, you can binge watch it on CBS's all-access streaming platform. English always knew the show would be rebooted. In an interview Diane did in the early 2010s with the San Francisco Chronicle, she seemed to already have the idea to bring the show back from the dead. She's quoted as saying, "If Sarah Palin ever runs for president, she's going to petition CBS to bring the show back on the air." She went on to state all she needed was 6 episodes to feel satisfied. Seeing that the revival ran for 13, it looks like she got more than she hoped for. Murphy Brown met God during surgery. When she was put under anesthesia in the final season for her double mastectomy, she actually got to meet the big man himself. The role of God was played by Edward R. Murrow, a radio and TV producer from the mid-20th century. Murrow passed away in 1965, but with the help of a little mid-90s CGI, actual footage of Murrow was used to splice him into the scene. The Murphy Brown Wonder Woman connection. You probably don't know it, but Murphy Brown and Wonder Woman actually have something in common. And no, it's not just the fact that both characters are feminist icons. Murphy Brown's home was actually the same set that was used for Diana Prince, Wonder Woman's alter ego in the 1970s Wonder Woman TV series. Murphy Brown was clearly one of the better series about the ins and outs of journalism that's ever been made. It's nice that Diane English got her wish and got a chance to make a few more episodes of the classic series in 2018, but nothing will be able to come close to the original. How do you feel about remakes of series like Hawaii Five-0 and Magnum P.I.? Are you into seeing your favorite shows from yesteryear being resurrected, or would you rather see new programs developed to be remembered as classics for future generations? Let us know what you think in the comments section. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications so you can keep up with all our latest factastic videos.